Perik Beis Mishnah Ches. So'or shel chulin shenofal lesoich isa. You have yeast of chulin that has fallen into a dough also of chulin. V'yesh boi kedei lechametz. And that so'or has sufficient power in it to cause that dough to rise. V'achakach, but after that, before the dough has actually risen, nofal so'or shel truma. So'or shel truma falls in. Or so'or shel klar kerem. Or so'or of klar kerem. V'yesh boi kedei lechametz. And that so'or of truma or that so'or of klar kerem or any other issa also has enough of a share in it, enough power in it kedei lechametz. Osur, the whole thing is osur. Says the Baratunura. The Baratunura simply tells us what the chiddush here is. Ha'kom ashmalon, this is what it's teaching us. D'lo ya'aminon, that we don't say ha'olu b'lo so'or zeh shel iser. Ha'isa ha'isa mischametzes aridei so'or shel heter. That since, even without the so'or shel iser, it would have risen by virtue of the so'or shel heter, shenofal bo itchila, which had already fallen in previously. You may have thought that we should say lo nechush le so'or shel iser, we should not be worried about the so'or shel iser, because the fact is there is enough here so'or of heter to make it rise. Comes the Mishnah to tell us Kamash Malon that we don't say that because Lemaisa it had not yet risen until the so'or shel iser came in. There is a question here that we could ask. We've come across a number of times the question of zeh v'zeh gorim, and we know that we hold zeh v'zeh gorim as mutter. So over here, where the dough has not yet risen, when the so'or shel chulin was in on its own, it only rose after the so'or shel truma came in. So you now have zeh v'zeh gorim, you have so'or shel chulin and so'or shel truma causing it to rise. So why do we say it's also when we know that we hold zeh v'zeh gorim is mutter? The Tiferet Yisrael asks this kasha, and he says that it's true that zeh v'zeh gorim, both of them caused it to be machmitz. But the so'or shel truma, which came in last, was the one that was memaher the chimutz. And insofar as speeding up the chimutz is concerned, there is no zeh v'zeh gorim. In the speeding up of the chimutz process, it was only the so'or shel truma that did that, because that came in last. That's the teretz that Tiferet Yisrael gives. The Mishnah Shona gives a different teretz, and he says a klal in zeh v'zeh gorim, it comes from a Tosfos in Avodah Zarah, that you only say zeh v'zeh gorim is mutter when each gorim on its own did not have enough kedei lechametz. Then you say, when you have a gorim shel iser and a gorim shel heter, zeh v'zeh gorim is mutter. But where each one on its own yesh boi kedei lechametz, then you don't apply the rule of zeh v'zeh gorim being mutter.